What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. We call balls and strikes on this show. That means that sometimes there are people that surprise us and come out as entirely and totally based in certain moments, and we're going to give them a pat on the head, even though we don't necessarily support neocon Nikki Haley for president, and we think that Vivek Ramaswamy did a much better job than her in the GOP debate last week. She did say something very interesting this week. Nikki Haley straight up saying that the Senate is a nursing home this week, that Mitch McConnell is sad, and that he needs to be retired in blistering attack. What is this? Again, we call balls and strikes. We chop wood on this show. Check this out. So Nikki Haley, who's running for president, has weighed in on Mitch McConnell's freezing. He calls him sad and says the Senate is a privileged nursing home. Haley's 51 years old. And she's talking about Dianne Feinstein, who's 90, Biden's 81, Mitch McConnell's 82. It's sad. She said on Fox News, no one should feel good about seeing that any more than we feel good about seeing Dianne Feinstein or what we see happening to Joe Biden in decline. If you had a business that was run by people like Joe Biden or Mitch McConnell, would you be investing in that business? Nope. Nikki Haley saying as much.
This politicians' age, generally speaking, and their fitness for office has been an issue in the spotlight recently.
Generally speaking.
You yourself have called for a competency test for candidates for office in D.C. who are older than 75. I want to get your reaction to what we saw happen yesterday. Senator Mitch McConnell froze up for nearly 30 seconds while addressing a group there in Covington, Kentucky. What are your thoughts?
It's sad. No one should feel good about seeing that. You know, any more than we should feel good about seeing Dianne Feinstein, any more than we should feel good about a lot of what's happening or seeing Joe Biden's decline. What I will say is right now the Senate is the most privileged nursing home in the country. I mean, you know, Mitch McConnell has done some great things and he deserves credit, but you have to know when to leave. That is why I'm strongly in support of term limits in this country. I think that we do need mental competency tests for anyone over the age of 75. I wouldn't care if they did them over the age of 50, but these are people making decisions on our national security. They're making decisions on our economy, on the border. We need to know they're at the top of their game. You can't say that right now looking at Congress. You can't say that when you have people who stay forever and refuse to leave. It's not healthy for us, and it's showing. It's showing on our country. It's showing in the lack of border control. It's showing in the inflation rise with the spending that's happening. It's showing in the fact that, you know, people feel less safe. That's a big issue. We need to start getting new faces, new voices, younger generations involved in our government. And we need to have everybody else understand when it's time to go.
Totally agree. It should be illegal. It should be illegal to run for office if you cannot pass a basic cognitive test. And there should be an age limit. There should be an age limit. I know a lot of people would be like, Donald Trump's in his late 70s. There should be an age limit, period. Just period. There isn't one. There's an age limit to run for office, how young you can be. They have age limits for the presidency and for federal office for how young you can be. What about how old you can be? Man, like when we ratified our Constitution without age limits, do you know that like the median age life expectancy was like 60? So the idea that someone would be serving into their 90s is insane. Look at this old cretinous lard pile. Oh, I hate this man. Oh, this guy is so disgusting. I mean, again, like the other thing is that Mitch McConnell fell down a flight of stairs, big stairs, big giant marble stairs, and it was a horrible fall. He like broke his hip and like had a concussion. Like at what point do you start attacking these sick barbarian Karens holding his arm everywhere he goes, these necrophiliacs for power? That's what these sick individuals are. Man, that woman disgusts me. These people sicken me. They are repulsive. If you need a further feather in your cap for why Mitch McConnell must retire, know that his only friend he's got left in the world is Joe Biden, who's saying, no, Mitch is great.
Leader McConnell?
Yes, I have. I spoke to Mitch. He's a friend, and I spoke to him today, and you know, he was his old self on the telephone, and having a little understanding of dealing with neurosurgeons and people, and one of the leading women in my staff, her husband's a neurosurgeon as well. It's not at all unusual to have the response that sometimes happens to Mitch when you've had a severe concussion. It's part of the recovery. And so I'm confident he's going to be back to his old self.
Okay, so doing the worst possible thing that you could possibly do for a Republican is Joe Biden effectively endorsing his friendship with them. Good God. People of Kentucky, please get wise. Please, please, please retire Mitch McConnell. I am so done with this man. He's such an evil, he's such a like slug. I think turtle is too noble of a beast. There's a lot of slugs at my house. I live in Florida. He does remind me very much of a slug-like individual. He has made so many horrible decisions, and he so doesn't represent at our party. I mean, there has been an insurrection. The insurrection is the Republican leadership does not represent Republicans at all in this country. Republican leadership, like Mitch McConnell, he's made untold millions in China. He's utterly bought and sold. Tucker Carlson having the best line about Mitch McConnell's recent degeneracy, telling Dave Portnoy earlier this week that Mitch McConnell after the stroke is a huge improvement on Mitch McConnell post-stroke.
I'm going to be the nominee.
Pre-stroke.
Don't know. I'm not a political person, but I feel like there's been a shift where internally maybe the Democrats don't think he can win, and they're setting the stage to do somebody else. I think it's crazy if he's, I mean, to be honest, I think both Trump and Biden are too old. I think I don't think you should be able to be that old and be president. But I think Trump certainly seems
100%
more aware. I mean, I think Biden has got some serious dementia issues. Like how that is the president, I don't know. And that's not a Democrat, because I said about both. It's like Mitch, the guy who had the stroke, doing the speech the other day.
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, like what? How are these people running our country? You wouldn't put these people in
I would say in
control
McConnell's,
of a
the only
CEO.
defense I would say of Mitch McConnell is McConnell post-stroke is an improvement over McConnell pre-stroke.
Come on, Tucker. It's absolute savage. The memes have been savage as well. Mitch McConnell, blank, 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 blank. We published, of course, our own, and this got quite a few views, 3 million views here. Mitch McConnell doing the old stare down. Saw it at the beginning of this video. That thing's gone thermonuclear. Yeah, I gotta say I'm so sickened by the Republicans in the Senate, and I'll reserve this final moment in the video to like just absolutely flame them. Shame upon all of you, especially the Rand Pauls and the Ted Cruzes, the Josh Hawleys. Like, all y'all should be the ones. Rand Paul, you're a doctor. Like, you people should be out here going against McConnell. You should be openly advocating for McConnell's retirement and telling us what's going on behind the scenes, because obviously everyone in the Senate knows. They all know what's going on actually here. So it's time for McConnell's retirement, clearly, and it's time for the man to step aside. All of y'all are going to criticize Joe Biden and his mental competency, and you're all led by Mitch McConnell, who is potentially worse than Biden, you could say. He's also fallen downstairs and blanking and staring at the sun and the sky and the moon. No, man. No. You make frauds of us all. So shame on you, Republican senators. I'm going to start like really, really, really going hard on this and saying, no, you people, you need to call for his retirement. If the entire caucus calls for his retirement, then there you go. Bingo, bango, bongo. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe to End Communism. See ya.